Right, so today we have a family relic here, way from my past. I think my brothers might have got it when I was born. I remember that this developed a fault and stopped working, and it was something to do with the power or something like this. So we tried replacing the power adapter, but that didn't do the trick. So my brother decided to open this thing up and take the power connector out, and also I think he was tinkering around with some other stuff, but as far as I know it's just a power issue. Let's hope it's nothing more. Now today I will try and repair this thing, so hopefully this will be a quick thing, because as far as I know it's just, you know, maybe just a blown regulator, and I've got, like, you know, I can hear some stuff inside it rattling around. I don't like the sound of that. Okay, it's starting to come out when I put my nail in the middle of that. Okay, so I decided to unscrew. Okay, that is open. Let's see what's inside this thing now. Okay. Oh, you're kidding. The ribbon cable has broken off. Yes. Oh no, there's another ribbon cable here. What the freak happened to this thing? Okay, this is a way bigger job than I expected. I do not think this can be repaired. Which is kind of a shame, because I was looking forward to something like this. Okay, well, this video has been cut a bit short, hasn't it? I cannot repair this myself. I mean, if I needed recapping, that's pretty easy, because this, you know, the capacitors are here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think there's any chance of, you know, salvaging this thing. And good morning. Okay, so last night I opened this thing out, and I decided, okay, I cannot do anything about it. But after talking to a good friend of mine, he showed me that, you know, you can get membranes for these. He is a retro game enthusiast, and he is a complete whiz at looking for parts like this. He knows where to get them and what price to expect to pay and things like this. So yeah. Now what I've decided to do is first of all replace this regulator here, because I remember that it was this that had blown, not to mention the DC connector. However, that the circuit board on that part is in a very bad way, so I need to kind of sort that out. Also, looking around at this last night while discussing it with my friend, the transducer speaker just, like, you know, fell off. It's like no effort. So that's kind of, you know, deteriorated. I need to get a new one of these. Well, my friend also told me about that. There's a mod to do on the video as well, so this doesn't have to be an RF out. It can be a video out, which is, you know, pretty freaking good, because I cannot be bothered, you know, tuning this thing. I'm gonna do what I can, and I'm gonna test if this thing works before ordering the rest of the thing, before ordering the membrane and also the transducer and oops, sorry, get all excited. Also the membrane. Sorry, also the transducer speaker, and, you know, before ordering anything else, spending any money on this thing, I'm gonna test if the basics work. You can see that this thing has gone through some serious abuse, you know, with regards to somebody soldering this out. Why does this look like they've used baking foil on this thing? This way freaking seems like. I mean, these things, you know, really overheat. I've used these before many a time, you know, different versions of it, 7812 for 12 volts, 7805 for 5 volts, 7806, 6 volts, or 9 volts. They heat up like crazy. I mean, I remember when this was opened when I was 5, I remember just this tiny freaking regulator having a huge heatsink going all the way down here, you know, all across here. And it's just stupid. And what I've done is, there is something else that if this works I will order, and that is a, oh, what was it called? It's that red regulator, that switching regulator. It's power something or other, I forgot its name. It's in the morning, my brain does not work. Anyway, so it's really hot. Don't need it that hot. Open this one up. Okay, so that is out. Oh, the sun is shining. Thank you so much. Why am I being a complete freak and not using a soldering wick? I'd like to know. That is so much freaking easier than what I was trying to do. I have no idea why this pin's halfway stuck in here. Whoever desoldered this really tortured this board. Okay, that's one out. It's times like this when I wish I had plier-tipped soldering irons. Oh, this second leg out, and the third leg. No, just solder these in place, and that is that done for now. And then to sort out this this nasty DC, because I've checked out the pinout in this thing, and this front hole here, this is where the DC socket comes in, the DC jack socket. The front pin here is the sleeve, which in this case is positive, usually it's negative, and the pin in the center of it, which is normally positive, but in this case negative, is the back one here, and this one is insertion detection. Now the insertion detection normally connects to the sleeve when, you know, the power is entered. Sorry, when the plug is connected, you know, the pins get pushed together. So in this case the positive is on the sleeve. So the positive here, this one seems to be positive because that's connecting to the insertion detection, which is a little odd, but okay. Negative is, sorry, bear with me while I talk to myself. So the negative is, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to solder two temporary wires, the positive here and the negative, you know, on this shield-y thing here. Let's hoping I'm freaking right about this. And this thing should be working, but what I'm going to do before actually, you know, there's no LED or anything like this on this board. You know, it would have freaking hurt them to put it on. So there's no LED, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do this video mod, so I can turn this into a video out rather than, you know, RF and having to tune it. You know, I mean, imagine how much of a pain in the freaking neck that's gonna be. You're trying to see if this freaking entire board is working, and you're just there tuning away on the TV, on the RF TV. You know, it's kind of stupid, because if it's not working, you're gonna be tuning forever. You won't get any freaking picture. So actually, I don't need to solder a wire here for the negative. I can just, like, you know, get an alligator clip or a crocodile clip and just clip that onto there, and that's the negative. And obviously, I'll test it for continue mini tester first. You know? So, and I just need to solder a positive and this, and that's it. I mean, the point is that I'm trying, right? Not that I'm successful. I said this because I'm kind of like trying to cover my tracks just in case I kind of mess something up. Oh, I was trying. I wasn't expecting to, you know, fix it or anything like this. Anyway. It's not wise doing it on top of that, is it? Okay, that is tinned. Be extremely careful not to pull this wire, because I'll pull the trace of the track. In fact, what I'm going to do is feed this wire through this this hole here, and so there's no, tagging. Okay, so we have now a temporary power fix, negative, positive. We can test, and the regulator, a new one, inside here. So now we need to do the video mode, which is way easier than I expected. Just remove this thing and keep it safe for later on. Okay, you can see here that there is two things coming off the circuit board, here and there. And also, we'll deal with the inside part afterwards. This is basically an RF modulator circuit, so all you're doing is just getting a video signal going in here and, modulating that into an RF signal. A radio frequency, you can just use it on your TVs and tune it in and all this. So what we're going to do is we're going to bypass all this stupid circuit, which, is just obsolete now, and I don't want to deal with it. So we have two inputs here. This is the video input from the circuit, and this is the power input from the board. So we just need to disconnect this. This powers the entire circuit here. So we need to disconnect that from the board here at the bottom. And just fold that around and keep that out of the way. And what we need to do here is to cut this at the top as high as you can. And you have, bend this outward a bit. You can see there that this pin is weak. Don't want to bend it too much. Okay, so you have that from the inside. Okay, inside here you will see there is a big resistor connected to the center of this RCA socket. What you need to do is disconnect that resistor. So we have this fob here. Cut that. So we do now is cut a length of wire. It's a bit too long. Let's have that. Okay, so we strip the edges, tin the edges, the inside here onto the center pin of this RCA socket. Connect, solder this wire. Is that the sender? Yes, it's the sender. And you want to feed this through, so you can see that green wire going through. And what you need to do is just simply solder this onto this video output coming from the board. Now this needs some trimming. And all we do is just solder this onto that, and that's it. And there is your composite out instead of RF out. Just converted that. It's a relief because I don't actually have the RF lead at all. I only have the composite lead. And this friend who I was talking to last night and discussing this, he is a retro hawk. He deals with retro gaming, and his channel is down in the description below. And he's kind of encouraged me with this, so thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Okay, so now we have that sorted, and now just to test it. And I am nervous. I do not have, obviously what I'm going to have to do is use an external power pack on this. Actually, let me just test. You continue mini test on this first. Let me just test the beep beep. Beep beep. Yep, that beeps. Then beep beep. Yes, beep beep. So what I need to do is I'm gonna power it through here. Now, since I do like this power supply, however, it's got a freaking analog meters, so I can only roughly tell the voltage. Now I don't want to blow this thing, so I'm gonna measure the voltage before even trying. So you freaking stick inside here, and you stick inside here, and you freaking stay inside here, and you freaking switch on. And it's 8.21 volts, which will go actually, I think, but let's just stick it on 9 volts. I think 8.96 is fine. It's close enough. So you off, and you out, and you thank you. So we have my video going to the TV here. So this goes straight to the TV. This goes straight to the AVN. Okay, now to test if this freaking thing works. I will not lie to you, I am nervous. I'm just hope this thing just doesn't go poof. Just something, there's current going in. Because... Oh! I mean, I have no idea why it's doing that, but we have some progress. I mean, this is... maybe this is because the keyboard is not connected? I don't know. What I'm going to do with regards to those blocky things that are coming up on the screen, I'm going to test this regulator, see what it's actually doing, if it's giving out the right voltage, things like this, you know, just to eliminate the possibility of it being that. So what I'm going to do here is switch this thing on, and it's still making those stupid blocks. So before I do anything, I'm going to test the input here. Actually, you know what? Whoa. Take it away from the audio lines going inside the TV. Freaking heck, I don't want to mess that up now. Having freaking 9 volts jolted through that butt. Anyway, so... okay, so that's 9.35 volts DC. So let's see what this regulator is doing. So the middle is ground, and the left is input. So that's 9.35. Now the output is the middle, which is the common ground, on the right. So 4.96, yep. It's fine, it's 5 volts. And that's perfect. I mean, this thing is many years old. I guess it needs recapping or something like this. But please do comment and let me know if you know what this issue is, then I'll be very grateful, so that I know to continue and order the stuff, and you know that it's worth doing. You know, if this means that it's completely damaged, then there's no point. We have also determined that this video mod that I did works perfectly, so I am so happy about that. So the next video on this and anything, you know, any progress on this is dependent upon the feedback I get on this, I'm afraid, because I mean, I wish there was a clear cut, you know, either it worked or it didn't. It has to freaking go and do something in between, doesn't it? I wish to thank my good friend, Retrohawk, who encouraged me to continue and persevere with this, because I was just right at the beginning. Because earlier on in this video, the last night, I was ready to just give up on this thing. I had a talk with him last night, and he showed me a little glimmer at the end of the tunnel, so that, you know, helped me persevere and continue. So thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. So concluding this video, I'm no ZX Spectrum expert. You know, the Amiga was more my childhood thing, even though I do remember this and its games from childhood. This is a question to you computer experts and you ZX Spectrum experts out there. Do you recognize the screen? Do you know why it's happening? Would you start ordering the parts at this point? Would you get a new membrane at this point where this is doing this? Does this need recapping? Because I could just do that easily. You know, there's only 9 capacitors. You know, all these questions. Basically, is it worth continuing with? This is progress. It's questionable progress, but it's progress. Now I'm wondering if it's enough for me to kind of, you know, go ahead. Anyway, so that is the question. Please leave the comments below. I'd be so happy to hear from you regarding this. I need your input to make this decision. I wish to say thank you so much for your likes, your shares, and please do share your thoughts and leave a comment down below. And for now, I say adios.